Today we have a reading for you about somebody who has decided to establish some rules and probably put in a block. So maybe even changing your phone number, but you knew that this friendship or this relationship needed to end and that timing was perfect. So you might be hearing from mutual friends or maybe even witnessing yourself that something is happening with your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend or your ex-best friend. And it's something I think you knew was going to happen eventually. You knew they were going to have a crash out, or you knew they were going to lose control, or that they were just trying to find somebody to blame for the situation. And it looks to me like you got out of there just before the ish hits the fan. So I'm proud of you. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Happy Friday. Happy 4th of July, if either of those apply to you when you're actually watching it. And I hope you're staying cool. It is incredibly hot here. I'm not going to try to recurl my hair, even though it got a little bit limp out in the, I think it was like 92, 93. I decided to go to the grocery store today. It was a bad idea. It was a very bad idea. I think there was one parking spot available, but I didn't backhand anyone. I'm back. Everything's fine. I got my Capri Sun. All right. So if you are interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box if I said it too fast, along with more information on how to become a member if you want more content, and a link to my Etsy shop if you're interested in a homemade, ooh, that smells good, in a homemade soy candle. Let's dive in. We're going to get some more for you. What shall we start with? We're going to go with the French one. Well, to be fair, I have more than one French one. That was the Solabusca Tarot, the first two cards there. This is the Grand Tarot Belin. What else do we have regarding this person who needed to be blocked? Justice in the reverse. There is a lack of balance here. So this is someone who likely is a taker, right? They like to surround themselves with givers, people that will pay for things, people that will take the blame for things, and they get to just kind of like skirt through life, right? And then we also have the King of Swords. This King of Swords is aligned with the Queen of Swords. This is your energy. You realize that somebody was content to keep being a bad player, to keep being the person that causes the drama but doesn't take responsibility for it. And you were like, you know what? I don't think we're going to do that anymore. So whether this was your best friend from 20 years ago or someone that you were madly in love with, you put the brakes on just before something crazy goes down. Something kind of unusual. This King of Swords has like moon faces on the shoulder. So it's interesting because it hints to the fact that yes, you are a logical person, a logical being, but you also have respect for the need for intuition. So I like that about you. Hello, Gracie. Hello, Vandana. How are you doing? Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Just so you know, Vandana, the closer I get to, well, I shouldn't say the closer. We are very close to hitting 25,000 subscribers as a collective. And when we get to that point, I will be doing a live stream with free personal readings after the general reading. So keep posted on that. I will let you all know when we get to that point. And hello, spiritual healer. Thank you for the tip. Let me add that for you. Boyfriend and I had disagreement. Energy, intentions and feelings. Relationship. I've added that for you. Thank you. Hello, Static. How you doing today? Happy Friday. Hello, Carrie. How we doing? Ooh, let me add that for you, Gracie. Thank you. Why is Jay's friend A's account showing up like as a recommendation? I think you already know the answer to that, but we shall confirm that for you, Gracie. Hello, Key Controller. How are you doing today? Hello, Panagiotis. What's up? All right, so we have the 10 of Wands in the reverse and the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. You walked away from this. You walked away because you knew that things were getting too stressful and you were dealing with a bit of a powder keg. You were dealing with somebody that was gonna explode. So maybe they had unrealistic expectations. Maybe they were struggling to manage their emotions. Maybe they just like blaming everybody else for their problems. But you got out in the nick of time, my friends. I'm proud of you. Hello, Dusty. How are you doing? That's good, Static. Uh-huh. That's funny, Gracie. All right, so, wow, there's that Queen of Swords. So maybe you've got heavy placements in air, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, but you are a smart cookie. I'll tell you what. You are a smart cookie. Nothing gets beyond you. I'm not saying you know literally everything in the world, okay? There are going to be times where you're not the smartest person in the room, but you picked up on a vibe, you picked up on what was really going on with this person, and you knew that they were going to lose their temper. You knew they were going to blame a lot of people, and you were just like, no, I think I'm good on that. Maybe you decided to drop out as a bridesmaid. Maybe you decided you didn't want to go on that boys' trip. Whatever it is, I feel like you made the right call. You're like, that's going to be a problem, but I don't want to be anywhere near it. You know? All right. So we also have the Page of Swords. Lots of air energy. And it's dominating the reading so far. And a lot of this is because you know how to communicate or manage the situation. You knew what was going to happen. You were reading the room. There are going to be some people who wish that they had followed suit, that wish that they had made the same decision you made. But those poor fools, they are stuck around this difficult individual who expects everybody else to do things for them or to make their life easy. And you got out. Knight of Rings or Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. 4 of Rings and the King of Rings, the King of Pentacles. This is the problem child. This is the person who people are getting frustrated with. This is someone who's losing their temper more frequently or blaming other people that you decided to walk away from. So this King of Pentacles, it doesn't have to be a man that you're recently deciding to walk away from. But it could be that this is somebody who has Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo in their chart. We have the 7 of Wands in the reverse, indicating this person being vulnerable. I feel like this could be insecurity. We might see the Queen of Wands in the reverse, for example. Or even like the Emperor in the reverse. But this seems to be somebody who gets, like they feel better about themselves when other people are like below them or feel less than them. So they might be super competitive or just super controlling. Magician and the King of Cups in the reverse. There's emotional immaturity here. They don't know how to actually process the things that they're going through, so they lash out at others, which is just not the right way to do it, right? We can always figure out how to manage those emotions without letting Too many people at the grocery store justify backhanding someone. Hello, how's it going, Steven? Hello, Dracula. How we doing? Three of Rings or the Three of Pentacles with the King of Wands. So I do feel like there are some people here who are putting on a brave face, trying to make it seem like everything's going to be fine. I think this King of Wands is someone that's going to talk to you about this situation. So this could be like the person you're still in contact with telling you what's going on with the person you blocked. And they might be like, oh my gosh, do you want to know what happened after you walked away? Do you want to know what kind of crazy drama went down? Do ya? Do ya? Are you feeling lucky? There's that King of Swords. I'm telling you, very strong air energy for this reading. Because you made the right decision. And it's about intelligence and observation as well as your intuition with the Star card. You knew that someone was lying about something. Whether it's lying about their intentions or that it was only a matter of time before they would lie about someone else, blame somebody else for their problems. They don't really like accountability. Five of Swords in the reverse and the Three of Wands. They are going to try to make amends. They're going to try to get you back on board. In part because they have caused some issues with somebody else. It could be this King of Wands. After you left, after you dismissed yourself from the party or blocked this person entirely, there's another friend who gets like pooed on by this King of Pentacles. And I know it's kind of difficult, but we have you as the King of Swords. Doesn't mean you have to be a man. The King of Pentacles is the person who is like insufferable or difficult. Sorry. And then the King of Wands is somebody who seems to be like following your lead. Like you walked away, that was a brilliant idea. I wish I had done that. But now I'm walking away anyways. I ended up having to do a little bit of cleanup on aisle 7. And here's what happened. I feel like they're going to tell you the story about it. Hello, Erin. How are you doing? Hello, Sean McGum. I don't know if I said that right. I hope I did. Let me add that for you. And if this is your first time here, Sean McGum, I do personal questions after the general reading, which will be in about 20 minutes. I'm going to write down your question for you, and if you want to come back at that point, totally fine, or you can enjoy the general reading until then. What is Varushka's, what a cool name, current energy towards me? It's been no contact, okay? Since a year now. Will there be a reunion? I have added that for you. Thank you so much. We want a different tarot deck. What do we want? We're going to go with the Dali. I feel you on that one, Erin. I miss being able to go outside without becoming like sweaty. I think that's the normal way to do it, is to hear that song. And that's totally cool, Shemigam. Yes, Gracie, the Dr. Pepper is a requirement. Although, I don't know if you saw at the beginning. I'm not getting paid for that, you guys. I just really like Pacific Cooler. It's delicious, you guys, okay? It's super mature of me, too. All right. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles is about luxury. It's also about intuition. So I feel like this is both of those coming through this message. You have this understanding of this friend or this ex of yours that they want to live in the lap of luxury, but they may not always want to pay their own way. This feels to me like entitlement, or someone who is expecting someone else to like pay for their drinks or pay for their wedding. Sorry, it sounds like someone decided in the middle of the heat today to mow their lawn, so that might be in the background noise. Apologies. Thank you, Empress Virgo. I appreciate that somebody else gets it. You know, back when I used to appreciate alcohol, I went to a bar. Hold on. It was called The Libertine in Minneapolis. If anybody out there is from Minneapolis and you used to go to that bar, respect. It had like games and it was like the rooftop. It was just amazing. But they would do like adult Capri Suns, you guys. I was just like so impressed with that. Okay, back to the reading. Sorry. 5 of Wands in the reverse and the 6 of Swords in the reverse. Melee. Huge fight. Multiple people involved. I feel like there's travel. I feel like this is somebody doesn't show up in time and ruins the whole trip, or somebody rented an Airbnb and expects everybody else to pay, but they won't, or maybe they, you know, puked in the rental car. There's issues here, okay? And it is causing drama. I do feel like there's a high likelihood that this is like a boys trip or a girls trip, or like a, you know, bachelor, bachelorette type thing, maybe even the actual wedding. We have the 4 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. There is money being spent here, and there is drama as a result of the expectations tied to that money being spent. Like, hey, I gave you this money. I was supposed to get this like bridesmaid's dress, right? Or, hey, I chipped in for the housing. Why am I finding out that you like charged us more? What do you mean? Why are you trying to profit off of your friends? You know, there's something here that's shady. That's awesome, Gracie. Hello, Speeding Disposition. How you been? It's been a minute. I hope you had a lovely couple of months, weeks, and have some great weekend plans. All right, so 4 of Swords. Is this like The Hangover? Yo, I think somebody goes to jail. Or someone is injured. I don't wish that on anybody. Just gonna be real clear about that. Like, if you decided you weren't going on a bachelor, bachelorette party, excellent choice. Excellent decision. If you decided maybe this is a family reunion and you just knew it was gonna fall apart, or like the actual wedding, there is something here where things are not going to plan and somebody ends up freaking out. I feel like this King of Wands is letting you know what's going on, keeping you apprised of the situation. And you're over here like, what happened? I should have known. I should have expected something of that nature to happen, because that sounds insane. But also perfectly plausible for someone like this King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, who doesn't seem to have realistic expectations. That's awesome, Erin. That's true. Static says sometimes when you're blocked, it can feel like jail. Very true. This is the Sherlock Holmes Tarot. All right, so I'm going to pull out the book for this one. Forgive me, guys, but this one is a little bit more prescriptive or like specific, and it doesn't really follow the regular tarot as closely. We got 2 5s. Yo, 2 5s. You see that? 5s are about change, and we did just get the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so where are we? We're in the beginning. which one is this? Yes, this is, so we have the 5 of observation. Notice we have little eyeballs in the upper corner there. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little fuzzy there. Slander, defeat, cowardice, unethical behavior, divisive means, thwarted plans, what a great word, malicious intent, or being burgled. You don't say. Like, look at all this information for that card, y'all. It's extensive. So, look, we have, I feel, a trip out of town, and there is misfortune here. And it does feel to me like this King of Pentacles could have done something better or is the reason for the problem, right? Like the hangover was all about trying to figure out where the dude actually went. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but it's like a comical journey of we got to find the dude who's supposed to get married. I feel like there's been some sort of loss, which could mean an actual robbery. A robbery? You don't say. Sorry, I really feel the need for a British accent right now. Okay, and then we have the 5 of magnifying glasses here. Hold up. I'm sorry, the 5 of analysis. And this one says disillusion, disappointment, vain regret, the ability to learn from mistakes and assess one's limitations, broken agreements or promises. Ooh. Yeah, I think it's that broken agreements or promises one. So the King of Pentacles and their vain, obnoxious energy has maybe failed to get insurance or has maybe failed to, have a reservation. Or maybe they forgot to lock the door and so somebody came in and stole stuff. Maybe they forgot to bring somebody's backpack. There's so many different variations here. But I feel like it comes back on this King of Pentacles not doing right, not caring about other people's things or other people's needs, right? So we also have the 6 of analysis, which I wish I hadn't closed the book because it's literally the next one. Rest and retirement, rediscovery of one's roots, ancestral memories, the pleasure of remembered times, and a sense of tradition. I feel like we got people that are going back to a hometown or going back to some sort of tradition like drinking together, right? Trusting in somebody to take care of the situation appropriately and avoid, going to the drunk tank, avoiding getting arrested because you stole something that wasn't yours. Right now I'm picturing an episode of I Love Lucy when they're in California and they go to, what is it called? What is the place where they have the footprints in the cement? Something theater. And Lucy legit steals the cowboy. What's his name? I can only think of Wyatt Earp. That's not the right one. The slow walking dude? I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, y'all. But she steals, is it Grauman's Theater? Steals the footprints, okay? Like the cement part. God bless Lucille Ball. She was delightful, but also like a total mess, right? I think we have somebody who steals something. And as a result, now there's so many complications. There could be somebody who's going to jail. There could be this total show of ish trying to get things back to where it's supposed to be. Hello, Unicorn Jungle. Hello, Shayla. How we doing? Hello, Jeremy. How are you doing? You're funny. Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. That means a lot. Hello, Kayla. How are you doing? All right, let's see what else we've got. I think we gotta go for the true crime oracle, don't you? It's calling my name. What else do we have? Party, just like the hangover. And then there's something or someone missing. I think it's something of value. Like, hey, you know, we rented that car. We can't find the keys. What did you do with the keys? Because that's like a real important thing that probably needs to be returned, like with the car, if we don't want to be charged a huge fine, right? Because look, if you have to replace a fob for your own car, I think it's probably on the order of like $300-400. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, but you know, it's like back in 1997. But if you do it for a rental car, you know that they're gonna get you extra fineage for that. They're gonna be like, oh yes, let me check my file real quick. That will be $1,700 to replace the key fob. Yes, I know it's a little bit much, but so is not taking care of the keys. And we have the revenge card coming out. I don't really like that. I really don't, but I feel like it's because someone really doesn't like this King of Pentacles behavior. So things are escalating. Someone gets called a name, someone has a crash out, someone throws a drink, and then before you know it, something gets stolen. That's a good idea. All right. What else do we need? I think we need the B tarot. All right. What else? What else about this crazy drama? Gracie, it sounds like maybe a little bit of meditative energy would be good. Just a little turn everything off. Maybe just some calming music if you need that. You'll figure it out. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and the Ace of Jars in the reverse. Look, I think the King of Pentacles doesn't have to be a man, has done something to irritate. Maybe it's this King of Wands, maybe it's someone else, but there's a party energy here. There's multiple people around. And it's like, I'm gonna mess with you. I'm sick of you being a bully. I'm sick of you being mean to people. I'm sick of you being self-absorbed, or everything is whatever you want. So I'm gonna hide something, or I'm gonna like chuck those keys in the river. Good luck. Good luck. But it's revenge. It's, I'm sick of your attitude. I don't like how you talk to me. I don't like how you treat other people. So we're gonna make it difficult for you. We're gonna teach you a lesson. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse and the Princess or Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. You're not an actual friend to me, or I don't trust you. You're very like into yourself. So why should I care if something goes poorly for you? If I toss the keys in the river, you don't even get to go where you want tomorrow. It's very nanner, nanner, nanner. You're gonna lose. Justice with a bee sting. So you treat me this way, you treat everybody else this way, so we're gonna have a little bit of fun. We're gonna teach you a lesson. You're gonna think it's all fun and games. You know, have been talking down to people, or very like selfish. So we're gonna make sure that things don't work out the way you expected and see what happens. We're gonna make sure that you get arrested, or we're gonna make sure that you have, you know, a huge fine to pay. Seven of Jars and the Prince of Swords. This Prince of Swords makes me think of Joffrey. If you know, you know. But of course, with the bees, there is this underlying fear, right? Somebody might get stung. Hello, Monique. How you doing? Happy Friday. Hello. Ooh, D'Souza. How are you doing? You can put your request in a super chat and I will add you to the list, or you can donate a membership to somebody else in the live chat. I will add you in that way as well. And we're probably only about 5 minutes out from those personal readings. Happy Friday, Samuel. How you doing today? So we've got the Four of Jars, the Four of Jars, which is the Four of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. You made me feel bad about myself. You made me feel rejected. I'm going to get you back. This is absolutely revenge. Six of Pentacles is like eye for an eye. So especially if we're dealing with like groomsmen or bridesmaids, there can be this like competitive kind of petty energy. And it does feel like that's what's going on here. It does feel like we have somebody who is irritated. So I'm going to find a way to mess with you. And then maybe you'll think about what you've done. I hope you're doing well. I don't know what you mean about voice call. I don't do anything voice call related, because then that means I have to like give you my number, and that's not going to happen. No. We don't send negative energy towards anybody else, D'Souza. Intentions are very important. We don't do that. In fact, I strongly discourage you from finding anybody to do that. All right, what else do we have? Temperance in the reverse and the Sun. So I want everybody to see how you've been acting. I want you to get the comeuppance, right? Or the karma from your actions. Hello again, Sean Magam. I have not. We're about 3 minutes out, and we've got 2 people on the list before you, so my guess would be probably in about 10 minutes. Six of Swords. The Barrow, which is the Chariot or the wheelbarrow, and the King of Pentacles. So maybe we're going to leave you stranded. Maybe we're going to, take your money and then you don't get to go. Maybe we're going to go on that fishing trip without you because nobody likes your jokes. We're sick of your face. But there is punishment here for someone who has been selfish. Someone who needs a little bit of an attitude adjustment. That's a waste of your energy, D'Souza. Because the better way to look at it is if you focus on yourself and you have a glow up, then you're reclaiming your energy from that person without having to spend it on that person. Yes. Or like watch the movie The Craft. You'll get it. So we have the wishing well and the bridges. In a situation where we should have some blessings or some positive energy, we have some struggles between friends or family, and it leads to a very big argument, and someone who could have chosen to be kind or generous is instead selfish, and they get their just desserts. Somebody here decides to put them on blast. There is a lack of loyalty here. So it's like, I don't think I really care about being your friend. I don't think I really care about you having like a great time anymore. I think at this point, I just want you to be frustrated. Negative energy. And this woman with a shirt, this would be someone who's like kind of watching from afar, like, haha, you got some issues now, don't you? You wouldn't have had those issues if you'd just been like, nice to people instead of rude and selfish. Yes, so D'Souza, this is a general reading, which means many people will be able to relate to it, but it's one of those like take what resonates, leave the rest. But this is saying someone who has a habit of being selfish that you have blocked. This person's running into negative energy. They're getting their karma, but you blocked them just in time. You will soon meet the one you most want to meet. A reception where you will meet someone. So because you block someone, you reclaim your energy from that, right? Because you didn't end up going to this party, you don't end up having to waste all of that time. And maybe in this same time frame, the party that you don't go to, maybe you go somewhere else and you meet somebody really worth your time. But I see you being able to invest in a different friendship or a different relationship, and you end up being very happy about it. Because whoever you just blocked, they were an actual obstacle between you and the person that you were meant to be best friends with or in love with. There also could be some money that you inherit in the near future. Oftentimes when you block someone who is a toxic influence on your life, there will be money that shows up that is unexpected. This family grief is the stress, the party, the loss, perhaps even the burgling that happens at an event where you were like, nah, I think I'm good. I don't think I want to go to that. Well, if it's not for you, it's not for you. I wish you well either way. Hello, Gnostic. How you doing? You calling me sweaty? That might be true. It's a little bit of a hot day. But please call me Carmen. All right, let's see what we've got for Spiritual Healer. Which tarot deck should we use for you? We're going to go with the Visconti Moderne. So, Spiritual Healer and boyfriend had a disagreement. What are the intentions and or feelings regarding the relationship from the boyfriend, please? Wow, is that the Devil? Devil, but it's in the reverse. And the Fool in the reverse. Let me add this for Gracie real quick. Thank you, Gracie. How does Steph currently feel for me? I've added that for you. So, Spiritual Healer, we've got, like I said, Devil in the reverse, Fool in the reverse, Five of Pentacles in the reverse, Death in the reverse, and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. That is a lot of reversals. I do prefer to see the Devil in the reverse, but it looks like this is somebody who tried to fix something, but things just got worse. So there seems to be like I had genuine intentions. I wanted things to get better, but I said something and it's like I put my foot in my mouth, right? I made things worse. So this looks like accountability to me, but like after the fact. Like I should have handled that better, or I could have said things differently. You're right, I didn't change something when I should have. Because the Ace of Swords is in the reverse. It's like that communication, that truth that I should have expressed. I didn't do it, or I didn't say it right. So we have the Lovers in the reverse. This is like, I don't know if we're compatible. I don't know if I'm just like not ready for a relationship. Is this like questioning whether or not this person could actually be in a relationship? Page of Pentacles in the reverse, Seven of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. It's like I want to get a different opinion. I feel like I could do something differently. Maybe I need to see like a therapist. Maybe I need to get some advice from like my mom, right? It's not so much I want to give up or run away from this relationship. It's, I know I could have done that better. I know I could have handled my emotions differently, right? Four of Pentacles in the reverse and the Four of Wands in the reverse. Feeling uncomfortable, feeling like this isn't where I want to be, but I know I need to let go of something. What is it that the boyfriend wants to let go of? Okay, so like, yeah, I made a mistake, but I feel like I can improve upon things. So is there an intention to resolve this? No. Is this someone who's thinking about walking away? This feels very confused and disjointed. So there's indecisiveness, right? One day or one moment, it's like, I feel like I can fix this. I know I can do this better. Let me get some advice real quick and then I'll fix it. And then the next moment, it's like, I don't even know if it's worth it. I don't know if I should put forth that much energy. Five of Swords in the reverse and Queen of Swords. But then we come back to the, I think we can fix this. So what is most likely? Is he going to want to fix this and stay? No. There's an emotional block here. It gives way to insecurity or doubt. So I feel like the best thing to do is to be as communicative as you can, but do not let this person gaslight you. Do not let them convince you that you have the wrong intention, because I feel like this person needs healing. Because it's like, I recognize that I did something wrong, but I'm not going to do what I need to do to fix it. I don't like that. There was one time where I had a professor who said, yeah, you probably did deserve an A, but I'm not going to change the grade. I'm like, I'm sorry, why? So you're admitting you're wrong, but you don't want to do anything about it. That's weird, right? So this person needs a little bit of time to heal, and I feel like you deserve better. Sending you a big hug, and I hope things improve for you. But I feel you deserve better than this. Let's see what we've got for Gracie. This is the Wild Reflections Tarot. Why is Jay's friend A's account showing up for Gracie? Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. High Priestess in the reverse. Five of Cups. And a Six of Pentacles. Try to figure out where your head's at. Are you like missing Jay, or are you doing better? But this is like to let Jay know what's going on with you. So it's a good thing for you to be invested in your own thing right now. Do not do performative stuff for them. When you know somebody's watching your account, it can be easy to fall into the like, oh, is this what you're looking for? Don't do that. Don't cater to them. And what about, how does Steph feel about Gracie, please? Temperance in the reverse. Things are off balance. There's, with the Three of Swords, a little bit of a sense of betrayal or somebody who's going through a sense of loss. But this too shall pass. Four of Wands and the Nine of Cups. You might just need to like give a little bit of space, and then you'll be able to move forward. This is someone who's going to, like, the mood shifts, and there's a desire to like be able to keep it moving, or, you know, like, I'm in a better mood now, so I'm not as likely to be cantankerous. So you just need a little bit of time. All right, we've got Jan Magam up next. I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm sorry if I did not say it right. We shall use the Graffiti Tarot for you. Hello, Sandcastle. How you doing today? Oh, I'm so sorry that he blew up on you, Spiritual Healer. I'm scrolling back up to read this. Hello, August. Happy Friday. Hello, Sandy. How are you doing? Hello, Camilla. How are you doing? D'Souza, let's not ask for people's personal information. Please keep in mind that if somebody were to put their Instagram or like their phone number or something, literally anybody who watches my channel can see that, and that's kind of concerning. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Hello, Luna. How are you doing today? So for Shamgam, we got, what is Varushka's current energy towards me. It's been no contact. What is the current energy from Varushka towards Shamagam? Judgment, Chariot, the Lovers, and the Ten of Wands. I had to make a difficult decision, or you had to make a difficult decision. It's like I understand that things were not quite right, or that things had to happen a certain way. But I still believe that we are soulmates. I still believe that life will lead us back together. But with the Ten of Wands, that belief has become a little bit more difficult. So is there doubt or indecisiveness here? It's seeming like it's taking too long. Like, am I crazy for believing that there's still some unfinished business here or some way that we're going to end up connecting? Is it actually over, Death card? Or will I get the chance to invest more here? So is Varushka needing to do something in order to allow for reconciliation? Yes. Page of Swords, Seven of Wands in the reverse. So Varushka has to say something that makes Varushka feel vulnerable. And it could be family doesn't approve, or I need to quit my job, or I need to move somewhere that I don't know anybody else but you. This is like I have to make a difficult decision, but if I don't make that difficult decision or make that difficult statement, then I don't get what I want. So it's like a fear of leaping because it requires faith. Thank you, D'Souza. Yeah. So we would just call that like a general reading or like a need to know. No problem whatsoever. Hello, Pedro. How are you doing? So will there be a reunion? As of right now, no. Because there is this sense of doubt. But we have an upcoming decision with that Justice card. So is it like 60-40? Yes. 60% chance of no reconciliation, 40% chance of reconciliation. It comes down to whether or not Varushka is going to have the power, the courage of saying this thing, which could be telling off the family. It could be saying, you know, I know you don't want me to do this, but I'm going to go visit that person. I know you don't want me to talk to them, but I'm deciding to do it anyways. So is it the family that's blocking it? Yes, absolutely. Most likely a mother or an aunt. Eight of Cups in reverse. That keeps hounding Varushka about this. So if Varushka finds the voice, then it works out. Thank you, Gracie. Let me add that for you. Rest of July. I've added that. And thank you, Shamagam. I'm wishing you luck. Make sure you do what you can to build what you need for yourself and send some protective energy towards Varushka. Maybe some confident energy, especially if you were the more confident of the two. Good luck, Aaron. I hope that was it you that said you drink a beer? I hope that helped. All right, let's see what we've got for D'Souza. This is the Shadowscapes Tarot. What does D'Souza need to know, please? That's a great way to do it. No, it's you right now, D'Souza. Shamagam, I would also recommend, it feels to me like you have a little bit more confidence or a little bit more capability of speaking up. If you can imagine sending that courage, not all of it, but some of it to Varushka, that will help. Because it's the speaking up and expressing what Varushka wants that enables the two of you to be reunited. What does D'Souza need to know, please? What does D'Souza need to know? D'Souza, I'm hearing the color purple is important for you. You may see more of it over the weekend, or you may already know. You may dream with a lot of purple. King of Cups in the reverse, Queen of Cups in the reverse. You may come from royalty, because royal color is like, purple is the royal color, right? There's some like message that's trying to reach you in your dreams, but you're missing it. Four of Pentacles in the reverse and the Fool. You are expected to let go of something so that you can create room for a new chapter in your life, but I see you like keeping something close that needs to be released. Ace of Cups in the reverse. So is this a person? It's not a person, it's something that's been taught to you, a belief. So you're basically in a chrysalis, right? You're a caterpillar, you could potentially become a butterfly, but it's like you don't believe that you have those wings, or you don't believe that you could accomplish something great, or you're hesitating about taking that leap of faith. But Ace of Wands, it's like someone in your dreams is trying to communicate to you, believe in yourself. You have this gift. Is this a gift that someone else in D'Souza's family had? Not that you know. Like, I don't feel like you would recognize it that way. But it is something that was passed down to you. So it might have been like a great-grandmother, a great-grandfather. Three of Swords. I feel like you're a healer. You may not realize it. You're a healer. So that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be like a doctor, or that you have to be like in counseling, but you have an ability here, but it's like in, what's it called? It's like latent. It's like there, but not appreciated. King of Pentacles. You need to spend more time in nature. Six of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. There is a heavy earth energy to you. The more time you spend in nature, the stronger you are, the more you understand who you are and what you're capable of. But you have a very strong ability to improve things for others or put them at ease. Maybe you have a very like pleasing voice, but it's not being put to use the way that it should be. There's somebody here that you grew up with that had anger issues, or they spoke to you in a very harsh way. This is what you need to release. So if this angry person is someone that you hear their voice in your head, you need to banish that. If you forgive and release this energy, more of your own energy comes through, and this gift is more like attainable. What else? And from that, you meet the person you are meant to be with. But it's like dependent upon you seeing the light within yourself first. When you have this enlightenment, when you reach that understanding about yourself and let go of this angry person from your past, the King of Wands in the reverse, then you understand more about yourself, and that beautiful energy that you possess, it draws in the love of your life. So step 1, spend time in nature. Step 2, let go of the angry person's voice probably somebody that you knew growing up or a family member, right? Step 3, believe in your gift, identify more about it, dive in, research, have some curiosity here, and then you get this love of your life. But right now, there's a blockage on your destiny. You're getting a message in your dreams. It helps you to let go of the fear. So pay close attention to your dreams if you can. And at the very least, let's forgive that angry person and wash away that angry energy or how they used to speak about you. Because you have a pretty major gift here. I feel like it's healing. Did I say hello to Key Controller? I think I did. Yes, purple was super expensive, so it was only accessible to royals. I feel like you're related to somebody royal. Or in a past life, you were royalty. But it's like someone wants you to remember. Okay, let's see what we got for Gracie. I'm getting hot. I'm going to need to blow out these candles soon. I sure hope so, Luna. I'm sending you positive and abundant energy. If you want me to pull some cards for you on that, you can pop your question into a super chat. And for Gracie, we've got what is going on the rest of July for Gracie, please. Lovers in the reverse, Knight of Swords in the reverse, 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse and Temperance. So what your spirit guides want for you is to no longer have this like knee-jerk reaction to, okay, I don't have anyone to talk to. You there, let's get to know each other. Maybe we can fall in love. We have a change or a shift in your energy where you are much more selective and much more discerning in terms of who you let into your inner circle. And as a result, with the 3 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, you're reclaiming some of that energy that you have given to other people. And a lot of that is based on what are we thinking about? What's up here? What's the focus? Because you don't put enough in your own garden. You think about everybody else and what they're going to be doing or how they think about you. How do you think about yourself? What do you see for yourself in 5 years, 10 years? So by the end of July, we have a greater understanding of who you are. Not based on who you are with this person, or I'm this person's girlfriend, or I'm this person's dream lover. Who are you as you? And then there is a leveling up in your love life. So if you want a happy, healthy relationship, first, you're going to date yourself. You're going to get to know yourself without it being, influenced or flavored by somebody else. Just your energy, right? I do see some financial challenges, so err on the side of caution. And I do see a good friend helping you in a difficult situation in July, offering you a helping hand. Make sure that you return the kindness to this friend. I do think you will. Hello, Shaymax. How you doing? It happens. Sorry, Shaymax. Our famous Seamus. I'm about to sign off because it's hot in here, you guys. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping the video if you're able to. And I will see you on the next reading. Doodles. Oh, hold on. Luna got me right at the end there. All right, so we got the job one, right? Job interview next week. Will Luna get the job from the interview for next week? Yes! Look, we have the sun. That's the happiest card in the deck. Is there anything in particular that Luna needs to know to make sure that this job offer comes in July? Make sure you can clearly articulate what you bring to the table. If there's going to be behavioral questions, and there usually are, make sure you know how to take a negative and say, yes, this happened, but I learned this from it. Or yes, this was frustrating, but it helped me to do this. Yes, it was a struggle to work for that kind of boss, but it helped me to learn how to communicate more effectively. So you've got a way to clearly articulate your asset or your value to the company, and it is what they need. It is what they lack right now. Yes, getting in nature, D'Souza, was the advice, because it's meditative and it helps you to see that you need to forgive that person. So getting out in nature and forgiving that person from your past. Okay, D'Souza? Will this job offer lead to financial stability for Luna, please? Yes. A big part of this, Luna, is that you're able to encounter a mentor that helps you to pick up on skills that will help you for the rest of your life. Hello, D30. Okay, one more, Gracie, but then I gotta go after that. It's hot in here, you guys. This is the Crow Tarot. Go for it, Gracie. I await your question. Yes, exactly, Josh. Well said. And when you forgive someone, a lot of people feel like that's like a gift to the person who hurt you. But what it really does is it helps you to reclaim your energy instead of leaving that to somebody else, right? Instead of spending it on someone who doesn't deserve it. Sending you abundance, Luna. You got this. Gracie, what is your question? It is very hot in my room. Please hurry. I'm waiting for you. Oh, Gracie, what is your question? Okay, I give you 30 seconds. And then I gotta go because it's hot. Yes, I do, D'Souza. But look, I would argue Jesus lived. Like, there's like people who talked about him in historical things. The thing is, D'Souza, it's about how you view, well, it's about intentions. We'll put it that way, right? What is the situation regarding? What is the situation that Gracie is asking about? This feels like a social or like a workplace problem. So multiple people involved. And there's like accusatory energy here. Like that person's the problem. I don't know if you guys know about Sophie Cunningham with like the pointing. I feel like there's blame. And this friend is going to be very helpful. With the Three of Cups in the reverse, it's like other people don't have their back. I feel like Sophie Cunningham was doing the pointing in part because people were picking on Caitlin Clark, right? So it's like there's people that are picking on you, Gracie, and this friend has your back. So be cautious what you say. Things could get out of hand, but this friend knows your intentions and knows that you would not cause trouble like that. But it's about gossip and like trying to make you out to be the bad person. All right, y'all. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank